Good morning, actually. Everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope that you are doing well and having a fantastic day wherever you are, whether you're across the sea like Dave, you're down under like Heath, you're in a bunch of places. Up in Canada like Mar, thank you so much for being here. Michigan, Jay, I know where some of you are at. Thank you. I appreciate you. What are we doing today? We're going to listen to Chase by Giorgio Moroder. Now, we've never actually listened. Let me not speak for you guys. Let me not say we. Let me just use the singular. I've never actually listened to, as far as I know, a singular track by Moroder. I don't think I've ever heard anything, at least that I could say, like directly from him. I'm sure that maybe in passing I've heard something, but I can't say that I've directly heard like a single piece of music from him. Now, the only reason I'm familiar with his name is obviously from you guys in the channel and commenting, but from Daft Punk's last album, Random Access Memories, they have a track on there called Giorgio by Moroder, kind of like an ode to him, and that was the first time I've ever heard of him. So now, of course, starting the channel and going through different electronic artists and stuff here, I've seen his name pop up on the occasion, and this is one of those tracks that had popped up as a recommendation from at least the following: Samson AU, AK, 140 Cabins, James Houston, and Jim Hardiman. You guys had mentioned and suggested this particular track, Chase. This is going to be coming from the soundtrack from the movie Midnight Express, which was released in 1978. The movie name sounds familiar, but I don't know what it's about. I've heard of it, I'm sure, but once again, I don't know anything about the movie. So let's go ahead and listen to the track first. We're going to listen to the original motion picture, track, which is 8 minutes long, which is what I was told to listen to, which just makes sense in the first place. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll discuss it a little bit after. We'll dive into the movie and perhaps, the setting and the plot and maybe how that ties into the music, etc., etc. Here we go. Like a flavorful, bouncy disco kind of sound. It's a good melody. Like a techno harpsichord. Sounds like the title sequence for the movie. That's like the weighty left and the more lighter melodic here on the right. It's just a very catchy melody. I like this phaser pad coming in. Swelling underneath it now. Little dramatic swell in these parts, though. I was gonna say we walked away from that melody and we're just kind of wandering in space there. It definitely has that soundtrack feel to it because to me this is like a relaxed and yet energetic and colorful piece of kind of like a cinematic disco, I guess if you will, like just by the beat and the bass of it all. And I love the melody and how catchy it is. I mean, you cannot deny the keys and those synths and how danceable and near singable they are. Ba 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 beep 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 beep. It really is incredibly catchy, and that specific motif that circles back around every once in a while, you're there for it. You know it's coming back, and I love how he gives it to you one last time at the very end, and it just sounds good every time it comes around. I think that 8 minutes is the perfect time and duration of time for a track like this to kind of go on and do its thing. I see that there's a 13-minute 12-inch version. Maybe that's a little too long. Maybe it isn't. We didn't listen to it, but this is one that I think that the duration is warranted and it just works very well in what it does. I also like how there's moments in here that's that motif drops out. Maybe some of the bleeps and bloops drop out and we get a little bit more of a padded space. Those padded atmospheres begin to swell in, kind of giving us a little bit of drama, just a little bit of tension in the music. Not enough to make it stressed, but just some extra drama at that point. Swells up. And then, of course, you'll have the bleeps come back in. They creep in. Beep, 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 beep. And then they go on from there. And you have a few moments where like that, the music kind of gives you a rest, gives you a break, de-stresses, and then comes back in. Just hit my light. Comes back in with that full wave of color. And I think it works very well for what it is. And it sounds good. What more can you ask for? It sounds good. It's dancey. It's fun. I like the different sounds that he plays with here. And now I have the Wikipedia page pulled up here. We may as well go over it as I'm talking because it is going to relate to what I'm kind of mentioning. It says it was released as a single by Casablanca Records during 78 from his, of course, film soundtrack for Midnight Express, and was a disco instrumental that was subsequently extended and released as a maxi single. Let's see, it peaked at number 33 in the US and the UK at 48. Says that it was specifically made for this film. Alan Parker, the director of the film, explicitly asked Moroder for a song in the style of I Feel Love, which we had listened to. It was Moroder's second time composing a movie soundtrack after his work on 1972's German softcore sex film Sex Life in a Convent. The main melody was played on a Roland SH-2000, while the bass lines were played on a Minimoog synth. The track also has a flanging effect produced by the MXR flanger, while the other instruments used include an ARP, Selena string ensemble, Fender Rhodes, Hohner clavinet, and piano. You hear all of that obviously in here, and I love the way that he manipulates the sounds in here to get that specific kind of bright sound out of these instruments. Although a disco piece, Chase, along with I Feel Love, is more specifically considered the pioneering introduction of the high NRG genre, which came to prominence during the 1980s. I've heard of this genre, but I don't know if I've actually heard anything in this specific genre. I mean, maybe I have. I don't know. Maybe it's something to explore. Maybe it's something to dive into in here. And I guess there's obviously the original version, which we just listened to. And then I guess there's a Giorgio Moroder versus Jam and Spoon. Is that the name of the band, Jam and Spoon? It's kind of an interesting name. I kind of like it. Is it? Where is it? Can I look them up really quick here? I guess I could do a Google search. Jam and Spoon. Electronic duo, Jam and Spoon. That just sounds, I just like the name. I would listen to the band just based off of that. They also worked under the pseudonyms we'll just leave it at that. Let me know what you guys thought of the track, of course, in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed the music. Hope you enjoyed your time here, and hopefully a little bit of myself as well. I appreciate you all being here. Please make some time, if you will, to come back tomorrow, and I hope to see you all then. Bye, guys.